Aloha beaches and welcome to a new vlog. If you're new to my channel, my name is Scott and I am a travel vlogger living here on the island of Maui. And in case you're wondering, I have not been affected by the Kilauea volcano. I know that there's a lot of people that have expressed their concern, wanting to make sure that I'm okay, and I am. The Kilauea volcano is actually on the Big Island, so a whole other island, probably, I don't know, 60, 70 miles away, so we're definitely not affected by it, so I'm doing okay. In today's vlog, I'm actually going on another trip. This time I am actually going to Detroit, Michigan, and you guys might be wondering, why Detroit? What's going on in Detroit? Well, I actually have a lot to catch you guys up on that explains why I'm actually going to Detroit. I actually have an Uber that's on the way and my bags are packed and I'm ready to go, so why don't we just head on over to Detroit and I'll explain everything when we get there. Alright, let's go! And just like that, we're in Detroit. Well, I know there's nothing behind me that really screams Detroit, so to you guys I could be in any hotel room, but I'm in my hotel in Detroit. And I know you guys are probably watching and might be a little confused and might have a bunch of questions. And this is where I said that yes, I have a lot to catch you guys up on. But first, the obvious. I'm sure you guys are looking and wondering, is that a flight attendant uniform? Are those wings I see on there? And yes, it is a flight attendant uniform. Yes, I am a flight attendant. And I got my wings right here. Those are my wings. If you follow me on Instagram, which I'll link my Instagram below, but if you already follow me on Instagram, then you would have seen that throughout most of March and all of April for several weeks, I was training to be a flight attendant, which is also why I didn't have any new vlogs that came out or anything like that. But I was in flight attendant training, and obviously I did pass and earned my nice little wings right here. And this is actually why I'm in Detroit. I have been assigned Detroit as my base, and it definitely was not my #1 choice, but they did allow us to put in a list of what bases we preferred to be at, and of course I was hoping to get on the West Coast, but here I am. I made it to Detroit, and you know, I see it as a fun adventure. I've actually never been to Detroit ever before in my life, so this is definitely a new experience. And I'm actually here because I am hunting for a place to stay while I'm here. In the aviation world, or in the flight attendant world, they call it crash pads. And so I'm kind of here looking for a crash pad. I'm sure you guys are wondering if I intend to leave Hawaii, and I do not. James and I have every intention of keeping Hawaii as home. It's just that for now I am gonna have to find a crash pad here in Detroit and spend majority of my time here in Detroit, if not flying and going all over all over and whenever I have a nice stretch of days off, which fingers crossed hopefully happens at least once a month, I'll try and go back to Hawaii. But I'm definitely going to push to transfer to the West Coast, so that makes it a little bit easier. I have a lot of family in the San Francisco Bay Area, so San Francisco would be ideal, would be the ideal situation, but for now, I'm here in Detroit. And I'm sure you guys probably have a lot of other questions. I know there's a lot of people out there that are aspiring flight attendants, so I could definitely make a video in the future discussing kind of my journey, because it was quite a journey to get to where I am now, because I'd actually been pursuing a career change to be a flight attendant for a couple years now. And that's actually why some of my most recent vlogs that some of you guys saw was me traveling to like Atlanta and Salt Lake City. And I didn't get to say it in those videos. All I said was that I was in those cities for work, for meetings, but I was actually in those cities interviewing. I was in Atlanta and I did one interview. Unfortunately, I didn't get the job with that particular company, so I went to another interview in Salt Lake City, and I did get the job with the company in Salt Lake City. I don't want to name the companies or anything like that because, you know, not just for privacy reasons, but I don't want you guys to get any wrong opinion or anything like that on any of these airline companies. And in fact, my particular company we could say that we work for the company, but we're supposed to say that our opinions don't reflect the company or things like that. But I'm just going to choose not to mention what company I work for. You might be able to figure it out eventually, but as long as I just don't say it, it's fine. So anyway, if you guys have any questions or anything like that for a future video that I will put out about my journey and what I had to go through, and you know, anything related to what training was like or any questions you might have whatsoever, please comment down below, or you can follow me on my Instagram. Again, I'll link it below, but my Instagram is just Travel Junkie TV, same as the YouTube, and you'll find me there on Instagram. Go ahead and DM me or private message me and with your questions, and I will definitely put out a video. So that being said, while I'm here in Detroit, I'll try and take you guys around as much as I can while I'm venturing and exploring Detroit. Like I said, I've never been here before, so I definitely want to check it out. I'm going to look at a couple places for crash pads, so I might take you guys along while I'm looking for crash pads. I'm not sure exactly. I'll show you around maybe Detroit, but for the most part, this vlog, I will take you guys on my first flight attendant trip. Actually, my first trip leaves in a couple days, and I'm really excited about this trip. It's a 4-day trip, and on my very first day, I do what they call a turn, which means I leave my base and go to another city and then go from that city back to my base. So my very first flight is a turn to Indianapolis and then back to Detroit, and then I deadhead, and I'm sure some of you aren't familiar with the aviation term deadhead, but deadhead means that they're going to fly me to another city and put me up overnight in that city to work a flight the next morning. Deadhead could also mean they're just sending you to another city to work a flight. So in this particular case, they're deadheading me to Nashville, where I will spend the night in Nashville and work a flight the next day. And my flight the next day from Nashville is a flight to Minneapolis, and Minneapolis to San Antonio, where I will stay the night in San Antonio. And then my third day is San Antonio back to Detroit, and then I will deadhead from Detroit to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which is a city I have never heard of before. And some people were like, really? You've never heard of it? There's a lot of history there with Harrisburg and things like that, but nope, I don't know. I'm not familiar with Harrisburg, but I looked it up and I see that it is near Philadelphia, so that's pretty cool that it's not far outside Philadelphia, I guess. And then on my very last morning, I'm flying from Harrisburg back to Detroit. So I'll definitely take you guys along for this trip. I will not film while I'm in flight or anything like that. I know there are flight attendants out there that some of you may watch that they do record little bits of their experience on the flight. I won't do that. And it's mostly because my particular company does have a policy where we're not supposed to film ourselves in uniform in public, like while on the job or anything like that. So I'm definitely going to follow my company's policy. I worked so hard to get these wings and get myself into this uniform. I am not going to jeopardize it, so I'm sure you guys completely understand. But I will film some of my layovers. I will try and film what I can of what I do in Nashville, what I do in San Antonio. I don't know what to do in Harrisburg, but you know what? Why don't I quickly give you a hotel tour of my hotel that I'm staying at here in Detroit. What's nice is my company gives us 3 nights in a hotel at our new base, and they call it our moving nights or moving days while we're trying to find a crash pad or a room to rent or wherever, you know, figure out our living situation. So my company was very nice enough to put me up in this hotel for the next couple of nights while I'm hunting around for a crash pad, and it is very fancy. Oh my gosh, you guys. Let me give you a little tour. Come on, let's go. Oh, all right, guys. When you come into the room here from the front door, there is a bathroom right over here. I've already kind of settled some of my toiletries and everything here, but this is the bathroom here. We got toilet. Here's the shower, and it is a rain shower, so that is very exciting. I love rain showers. And then we come over here. Here is the nice closet. Which I already kind of settled some of my things in here. I have my luggage and suitcases. Sorry, there's just some things kind of hanging around here. Then we go into the main room here. And I got a nice king bed to myself. Some artwork there, and we got the TV, the coffee maker, ice bucket and the cups and everything. They provide like a Keurig type coffee maker, which is awesome. And here we have a nice fridge. There's some drawers here for storage. Yeah, so this is my hotel, and that's a little bit of my story so far. Again, comment below or follow me on Instagram and send me any questions you might have, and I'd be more than happy to answer them. And I look forward to making a video in the future and tell you a little bit more about my journey and the struggles that I went through to get there, because it was not an easy task, but I made it, and I'm here, and we're gonna go on this first trip together, and you guys get to join me for the ride. All right, I'll see you guys pretty soon. Hey guys, so I made it into downtown Detroit. I'm just walking around. I just went to the Nike store just to look around and bought me a Detroit t-shirt. So I'm heading down to, I think it's called Hart Plaza. I guess it's down by the river near the water, so I thought I'd go down there and film a little bit. And yeah, let me show you a little bit of Detroit, what I'm seeing around me. There's like this cool white and green building here. Some of these old buildings. There's a lot of old like brick buildings and things like that, which is really cool, very beautiful. So I'm approaching the famous GM building right up here. Take a look at that. There it is up there. I think that's the only thing synonymous with Detroit that I actually know about. the big GM building. So I'm still heading down to Hart Plaza, check that out, and I'll show you what I see along the way, or show you what I see when I get there. So I got to the Hart Plaza, but it seems like everything's blocked off for an event. Today's Memorial Day, so there's probably something like a festival going on, but everything's blocked off, and there's some people kind of lined up, but I guess you can't get in. It looks like you have to pay or buy tickets or something, so that was kind of a fail, but that's Hart Plaza over there. You can see all the tents and stuff over there. Sorry, I'm kind of next to, I don't know if this is a freeway or highway, but there's the GM building again. All those tents over there, that's Hart Plaza. And like I said, everything's blocked off. You can't get in there, and I could hear, it sounded like a DJ rehearsing or something, so definitely some sort of event going on for the Memorial Day holiday. I was trying to see if there's another way to get close to the water so you guys can see it. If I find something, I'll show you. Managed to find a way down to the water, so this is so beautiful. And across the river over there is Canada, a city called Windsor. Obviously that's not where the Windsors are, but it is called Windsor, Canada. There's a Caesar's Palace over there. And then behind me is the GM Plaza. It's beautiful. You guys can't feel it, but it's so much cooler right here. Like, literally up against the water, or literally walking along the water, the temperature's like literally 10 degrees cooler. It's really nice. It is a pretty warm day today, but a beautiful day, and I wouldn't expect it to get this warm in Detroit. So I guess it's a good time of the year that I have been assigned to Detroit, because I don't think I could handle a winter here, but it is a very beautiful city. I'm very impressed. Have all these, looks like cruise boats here. Down there is one of those steamboats, like a river steamboat cruise, which that looked really cool, but I couldn't get over there because of the event that's going on at Hart Plaza. So I found this nice little plaza to sit at. It's really beautiful. Take a look at my view right now. Nice trees. There's an awesome water fountain thing right over there. A bunch of kids are playing. Perfect activity on this warm Memorial Day. There's the river in Canada on the other side. And then right over here is the General Motors complex with the buildings right over there. Hi guys! So I'm back in the parking structure where I parked my rental car and I'm having trouble finding it. Oh, I think I just found it. Okay, well anyways, that was fun exploring downtown Detroit. It was very beautiful. It was nice going down by the river. But yeah, so I'm gonna get into the rental car and make my way back. I'm actually thinking I'm going to try and hunt for Trader Joe's just so I can get some snacks for my trip to put in my nice lunch box. You guys should check out my rental car. It's so cute. It's a little Honda Civic, but it's a pretty blue color. They allowed me to choose which car I wanted, and I said, I want the pretty blue one. So it has a Florida license plate. Hey guys, so I made it to where Trader Joe's is. It's actually in a place called the English, I wrote it down, what was it? In the East English Village in Grosse Pointe. But it's actually a really cute little area, so I'll film a little bit of this area and I'm gonna shop into Trader Joe's. Alright guys, I just left Trader Joe's. And I'm just gonna walk around this area kind of known as the English Village and show you around because it's a really cute area. So as you can see, there's some nice shops along here. Nice little clock arch there. Oh look, there's a Jersey Mike's. That recently opened on Maui just this past year. They have really good sandwiches. I'm very touristy right now with my camera, but this is a cute little area. I kind of like it. It's a very hot day today. I'm on Notre Dame and Kercheval Street in the village. They have like a sushi restaurant over there. Starbucks, Gymboree. It's very quiet. I mean, it's a Memorial Day holiday. I would think more people would be out and about. Okay, now I'm strolling along a little neighborhood here in the village. Look at these houses. So cute. Like nice front porch. I love this brick house. I love that these homes have front porches. Look at this street here. Seems like a very quiet little neighborhood. Well, if the weather was like this all the time, I could definitely see myself living here, but I feel like the winter months I would die. Ooh, look at that house over there with the white fence. And this right here, that is beautiful. Look at the detail up there and then the brick. These are awesome homes. This one with the front porch and the porch swing. Alright, I feel like I'm just obsessing a little too much with this neighborhood, but it's very different. I've never seen anything like it. It's just very different, very unique. I love these front porches. What a beautiful neighborhood. And it's right next to a Trader Joe's, so I could definitely see myself living here. Alright, well I'm going to head back to the car and go about the rest of the day. I have this car until 6 o'clock this evening, so it gives me a little bit of freedom to explore around Detroit. So I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, so I actually made a pit stop. I managed to find a crash pad. I know I thought I was going to take you guys along while I was hunting, but I ended up finding myself a nice little crash pad. It's actually at a hotel. I'll be sharing with another flight attendant who also works for the same company as I am, and he's been with the company for over a year. So I met him the other day. He was really sweet. I actually met him and his current roommate. His current roommate is transferring to a different base, and so that's why the bed is opened up. So it's a decent hotel. Let's not over-exaggerate and say nice, but it's a decent motel. It's basically a bed to sleep on and a place to crash at, and can't beat the rent. The rent's really good for a month, so I thought I'd give you a little tour. Like I said, it's nothing too fancy or anything like that compared to the fancy hotel that I'm currently staying at, but you know, when the company is not paying for it, you get what you can afford. So sorry the room's a little bit of a mess right now because both of them are actually on trips, and so I stopped by to drop off my bag and just a couple things just to get me settled to make the transition easier. I'm actually fully moving in tomorrow, so anyways, I thought I'd just give you a little tour of this hotel, so pardon the mess. So this is the room here. This is going to be my bed area right here. There's a little rack for you to hang your clothes, iron and ironing board, decent sized bed. And then over here, and now you can kind of see what it's like as a flight attendant's crash pad, because they have little random snacks, stock up on water, supplies. There's a microwave and fridge, mini fridge here, and then a nice desk area. Sorry, the AC is on because it is a warm day today, but this is the outside parking lot, just surrounded by hotels. The airport's literally like right over there. What's nice is that there's a free 24-hour shuttle between here and the airport, so that's kind of what sold it for me, because looking at houses that are within a 5-mile radius, I found out that Uber and taxis were around $20 one way, maybe even more. So I thought, you know, I'm gonna save a lot of money just staying here, paying about the same amount with rent, stay here, and then have a free shuttle to and from. And then maybe once in a while I can rent a car if I need to get to the grocery store or something, because the grocery store is not quite nearby. They told me that it's about a 40-minute walk, and then plus I don't want to haul groceries, so maybe in that case I would take advantage of Uber. So, you know, but yeah, so this is gonna be my crash pad, you guys, here in Detroit, and I thought I'd just show it off to you guys. I may actually go ahead and close this vlog now just because it's getting to be a very long vlog, especially with that segment of me kind of catching you guys up on everything that's going on in my life. But what I'm gonna do is go ahead and close this vlog, and then I'll start a new vlog, which will be my very first flight attendant trip. And what I'll do is I'll post this vlog, and then in 24 to 48 hours after this vlog goes up, I'll post the flight attendant trip. So those of you that see this once it comes out, you won't have to wait too long, and then you'll see my first flight attendant trip. Those of you that might actually see this months from now, you can actually go ahead and click onto my next vlog and you'll see my first flight attendant trip. Alright you guys, well, thanks for joining me. Thanks for your love and support. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next vlog where I go on my first flight attendant trip. I'm so excited. Alright you guys, aloha!